Hello, everyone! Welcome back to the Wings Engine Secondary Development tutorial. We have briefly introduced the basic usage of our custom property panels and some advanced settings attributes. Today, we'll take you to take a look at some advanced attributes. Our first lesson today is about this. Uploading files. Advanced Custom Property Panel. Let's first look at the documentation. In our documents, if there is such an attribute of this file, there are two sections of code in the file properties. The first code is about the settings of the field's attributes. The second code is because we are an object. So here, we are filing .defaults. The second code is about the file, its object. What are its built-in attributes or methods? How to jump to these methods? It's this dot setting here. This setting is the file. When I click this, I can directly click Settings. Point to Value, point to readAsText, or readAsJson, or readAsBlob, or readAsArrayBuffer. It's not just about the values. These above ones are actually relatively simple. Let's use a specific case to write it for you, such as file uploads. Our first case, we will first write about an image. We will use our secondary development code to implement it. Upload the image and put it here. First, we can set the image ourselves. Then maybe some students will ask, I already have this function. Why do I need to redevelop and write it again? That's right. Because we can add logic in the secondary development. For example, we can click different buttons to display different pictures, or even the current one. For example, North China. I can show a picture of North China. These relatively complex. We can also use our interactions to set it. Of course, if you have the ability to develop, you can also use secondary development to directly implement. Okay, let's first come to the code. We add a code to this image component. Then we click Edit. Okay, it's done. After seeing this, first, in our comments, found the one in our file. That piece of code, we have found our files. We write comments. Let's take a look. That is to say the first default value. There is a format. Format is the type of the file. The first three images, video or model, are a combination of file types, which is an internal definition. If you have some special requirements, such as we need the name to be PDF, or the name is MP3, remember, it's MP3. Don't directly write MP3, otherwise it will be wrong. Okay, here we need an image. Then we can just delete the latter part. Image. And then let's take a look at this. If the picture, the jump back after the image changes. We put the name in it. And then we write it down. After we get this picture, set it. How to set it? We click here, and generate the code example. Let's copy it. Okay, here. There is a special that deserves our attention. Because the type of our image is relatively complex. We can click the drop-down menu to see that. It can enter a network link or upload. At this time, different contents are different. For example, I upload a picture now. Okay, this is the normal map I'm about to demonstrate. Let's upload it first. Let's click to see this code. Okay, this is what it looks like when uploading an image. Okay, and then let's take a look again. We need to enter a network link. Wings engine Bayer and Dian Com Gang logo Yanji. This network link is fake. I'll just enter a random one now, and it won't work. But we can take a look at the calling code example of this network link. We can compare them. Okay, we can see that the three different cases are different. If it is set to be empty, it is a string. When it is set to an uploaded file, it is such a structure, relative path, and then the following part. When it is set to a network link, it's a URL and the latter part of the content. So we need to use this part. Because we are also uploading a file, so we deleted this part. Okay, delete this part. Okay. After deleting it, we only need to replace this content. Because this is the file address, we replaced it with the 82nd point. It's not the point value here, but the relative's past. Because value is its absolute path, we need its relative path here. Okay, let's save it. Then we refresh the code. We upload the images we just used. As you can see, such a function has been realized by our secondary development. You might think that this seems to have no practical significance. Let's try it first. Let's try to use the same method. To change the texture in our 3D scene, first, we add a 3D empty scene. Then, we put this empty scene below. Double-click to enter the editing of this scene. We change this ground to water surface. We click on the material and find water. Then we can click on the sea and lake. Click on the ground. Okay, now the lake is done. At this time, I hope in the 3D scene, through our file uploads, to directly change the style of the ripples. Okay, let's see how to achieve it. First, the ripple style is on its material. Then find here. Find the normal. This section is the ripple pattern. As you can see, that was a normal map just now. This is the normal map. Let's copy it first. We need to add a code here. Note that you must add the code to the material, not the plane. Because the normal map is on the material. After we add the code to the normal map, we edited it. We also need to unbind the file. We see that the file here is still the same type. We also need an image here. We just delete these things. It asks us to unbind the on property and add the box 12. We copy it here. Copy the call code example. Then we go back here. Paste this section in. Actually, its built-in key is bump test. And here we do the same thing. We deleted it. After deleting it, we use this bang 12. And get past. In this way, we can replace this hair texture. Let's refresh the code. Upload this one. You can see the effect. The entire ripple pattern has changed. Well, this is how we upload images. To change our image components, or even change the texture of the 3D. Let's save it. Exit. Let's use this water surface as the background. Let's just hide it. The water surface as a background may not be clear. Okay, let's take a look again. What we just saw in the document. The readAsText method. That is we can not only directly give it the address, but also take out the content. Let's put a single line text first. And we also created a new code for this single book. We click on this code and add a section. This file is the same as the previous one. The difference is, I'm not an image here. I am a TXT file. let's continue to write some TXT. Okay, let's comment out this code. Let's come here to find its content. Copy the text call code example here. Go back to our code editor and paste it here. Okay, we need the text here to be corrected. We need, deep, third, 12. What? readAsText, text, yes. Okay, I can't remember. It doesn't matter. We'll go to copy the data to readAsText. Copy it over. Is it right? Well, this is actually not correct, because our method is an asynchronous method. Let's take a look at our documentation again. Here is what I think. It returns a promise. So we need to convert it into a synchronous method, or use then to call it. Simply, let's convert it to synchronous. Write a thought here. And writing awaits here. Save it. Here, pay attention. There's another omission. Don't miss it. Refresh it. Then we select a text. Okay. We already have a text here. Let's see what the content of this text is. I am uploading content 1 to 3, like this. Such a content. Let's open this text to see what it is. Okay, this is such a. I want to upload file content. Let's change it to ding 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 ding. Top, 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 top. Okay, save it and upload it again. Top, 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 top. It's very easy to achieve this way. This is the way we read the file contents. Of course, we also have several other methods, such as readAsJson, readAsBlob, or readAsArrayBuffer. That is to say, if it's a picture, we can directly read the array buffer. What's the specific use? It depends on how you use it in your real projects. How you will use it. Okay, that's all for today's class. Let me give you a full introduction to the custom attributes of our file